Cars are more than just cars. I see them as an instrument to freedom, a way of helping my family explore and adventure through places otherwise unreachable. And so this is why I've decided it's time to build my dream car. Oh, g'day, how's it going? Now, it's been a little while since I showed you this car, right? The donkey, as we've since named it. I'm up at the shed at the moment. I am packing because me and the family were about to go away for about 4 days. So, got to get the ute ready. But while I've got it, and while I've got you, I'll show you around. Now, there's been some changes to this vehicle, right? Since you've seen it. I'm in the process, sort of stage one of making this into my dream vehicle. I'm so excited. We're setting it up for towing and setting it up for touring. Now follow along because there's some super exciting stuff happening, right? There's some stuff teed up. In a month's time, something is happening to all of this. Yeah, that's probably enough information for you. You get the idea. Something is happening to the back end of this vehicle. How we store everything is getting completely changed. So I'm not going to say what, but that's happening in June. And then something's happening here, something's happening here, and there's something happening there. So I'm not going to tell you what, but I'm excited to show you what's teed up. That's all happening in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned, follow along, hit subscribe, send it to your mates, whatever you want to do. Just so you know when the next video comes out, you can get updated about this build process. I'm super excited about it, right? Now, we bought the Hilux to do touring and towing, right? I'm not going to go into the specific details of why. You can go back to our previous video about this ute and see our reasons why. Reasons like value for money over a long period of time, resale value, warranty, reliability, power, torque, all these things. Big payload. There are various reasons why this is the right car for me, the dream car for me actually. Now this is the non-48 volt. I wanted to stick with the engine that's been around for a long time, doesn't have extra electrics. It means it's pretty basic in there. It's the SR 2024 Hilux, so vinyl floors, but I think that's sort of a part of its charm. She's all pretty basic, all the dials are analog, but I like keeping things simple. I'm not good at fixing complicated things. Well, I'm not good at fixing things full stop. So let's keep it as simple as possible. And to me, the more simple the vehicle is, the less things that are going to break. So now it's early stages, right? It's still pretty close to stock. We've made some changes though that I want to update you on, right? First thing that we did to this vehicle was pop this snorkel on. This is the Safari R-Max snorkel, right? It's the sort of top model of the Safari snorkels. The R-Max actually increases the flow of pressure. So your stock standard Safari snorkels, they maintain the same amount of air intake, whereas this increases your air intake by, I think they said up to 70%. So, and they're not that much more expensive than the standards. So that was a bit of a no-brainer for me. All of the work that I'm about to show you as well has been done by the guys at Paddy's 4x4 in Noosaville. They're local guys, really lovely guys who I've grown very fond of. They're really good-hearted, kind and funny blokes. So if you get a chance, if you want to get a quote done, at least go and see them. I had a quote done by them for this work and a quote done by another mob. Those guys were actually, Paddy's were slightly cheaper. So. And being a local crew as well, you can build a relationship with them and get to know them. And you know that they're honest with you as well. Quick shout out to Jake and Mitch from Paddy's 4x4. You guys are legends. So we got the snorkel done. We then had diff breathers, diff and gearbox and transfer case breathers put in. That's just to make sure that when we're doing any of the river crossings, which we have found ourselves doing by accident sometimes, that keeps the water outside of the diff. when you're driving through deep water for long periods of time, you can drag in some water into the diffs or the transfer or gearbox. So it's important. Diff breathers are not super expensive. So that's something that I did pretty much straight away. The next thing we did was put this aerial on. We got a UHF from Oricom. It's like a multi-channel UHF. It's really, really good. The audio that comes out of it's fantastic. I had the aerial mounted up the top there on the headboard of the tub because, well, a couple of reasons. First reason was if you have your aerial as the highest point on your car, you're going to get the best service possible, the best range out of your aerial. So that to me was a no-brainer. It's on a foldable bracket, so it can fold down if we're going through low-hanging branches or things like that. So the next thing that we did was the suspension upgrade from Dobinson's, right? So Paddy's 4x4 have a really good relationship with Dobinson's. So that is why I went with Dobinson's. They recommended it, said it was great value for money. So I've got in there, or soon to be, a GVM upgrade. I believe it's a 10% GVM upgrade. Eventually we'll be adding a whole lot of weight to this vehicle, back and front. So we just want to make sure it's able to carry that. It'll be 400 constant load springs in the rear. But for now, Paddy's set us up, just while we don't have all that weight on it, Paddy's set us up with 250 constant loads in the rear, which has been good. It's been way better for towing, right? You know, the ball weight of your caravan adds to the payload of your vehicle, obviously. So having the new suspension has changed the way the vehicle tows altogether, and it handles loads way better as well. But it's still soft enough to be comfortable. And so then when we add all the weight, it'll then become its GVM upgrade. The front will be raised slightly when we get the weight added to the front as well. We got some stuff coming there, which I'll talk about next video probably. The next thing we added was, we got some seat covers from Black Duck. They're awesome. Love those seat covers. And then got these roof racks. These are sort of potentially temporary. They're really easy to put on and off. Potentially temporary. I may not need them, but yeah. So underneath, we've had the whole underbody sprayed with rust protection. That's all under warranty from Toyota as well. So far, all the upgrades have been brilliant, right? We love them to bits. It's been so good. There's obviously more to come. The other thing, the most recent thing we've had is these new tyres. These are Bridgestone Jeweler all-terrains, and I actually did what I said I'd never do, which is go up a size. Only slightly went up a size. For context there, I once said that I wouldn't increase the size of my tyres because I didn't want to change the gear ratio, particularly when towing. You don't really want to change the way the vehicle is geared, but the guys at Paddy's assured me that only going up one size, you're hardly going to notice a difference, and they've been right. I've towed with it since, and it tows great. And so yeah, I just wanted to increase it though to make it slightly more capable. A lot of the tracks are ratted out these days by 35-inch tyres, so going up to 31.5 I thought was okay. Only the next size up. So they went from, I think they were 30-inch to now they're 31.5s. So you can't really notice it. It's clicked my speedo up maybe 2 Ks, which has actually adjusted it to how it should be. So the speedo is now accurate. I have had these tyres in the past. People say, oh, Bridgestone Jeweler all-terrains are not aggressive enough. Well, I beg to differ. And I also beg to question whether you've used those tyres, because I have had about 100,000 Ks worth of use of these tyres in the past. Took them across the Gun Barrel Highway, through the Vic High Country, through the Flinders Ranges, up the Oodnadatta track. I've taken those tyres everywhere, flogged them to pieces, still got over 80,000 Ks out of just one set, and there was more tread on them. So I actually really like these tyres. They've got a really strong sidewall. That means I can have better play with my tyre pressures as well. I can adjust them higher or lower depending on whether I'm towing, whether we're off-road, and then not have to worry about the sidewalls getting punctured as well. So I really like those tyres, and they're great value for money as well. Slightly cheaper than some of the other big brands. So once again, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you can see the next steps of this build. I'm really excited. I'm so grateful to the guys at Paddy's 4x4 for supporting me, helping me fit everything to this vehicle. Right, I gotta get packing. We gotta get on the road. Thanks for watching, everyone. Giddy up. See you next time.